Hey y'all, and welcome back to Everyday Girl. My name is Kaysha, and I'm just going to be sharing where I am in this season of my life right now. If you're starting over or feeling uncertain and you need something soft or even encouraging or inspiring, then this video is for you. So what's happening in my life right now? Well, the last time that we talked, I was staying in the studio basement apartment, and then we were moving into a property that my boyfriend's company was providing for us, and I told you guys that I found an apartment. So that's where I am right now. I am in what would be considered the office of my new apartment. So yeah, we moved into an apartment on December 21st. So we moved in. We don't have much furniture yet. We don't have anything besides what the last tenant left us, which was a table and a chair, and then we ordered a bed. 21st, and then my boyfriend, he worked I think up until the 23rd, maybe to the 23rd. Yeah, so we've just been going, figuring out the area, learning the neighborhood, finding the nearest Targets and grocery stores, just running little errands. We've been getting cleaning supplies. Like I said, we ordered a bed, and the 23rd, on his first day off, we started cleaning in the kitchen and the living room and the office. So we scrubbed all the floors, we scrubbed the walls, we mopped really hard and disinfected everything. We were actually gonna hire a cleaning lady, and then my boyfriend ended up canceling it the day before because we were like, this is probably gonna cost a lot, because we didn't realize how deeply, like, the place is empty, but we didn't realize how deeply it needed to be sanitized. So yeah, we were down on our hands and knees scrubbing these floorboards. We do live in what is called a pre-war apartment in New York City, so it is very old. The last tenant lived here for 18 years before she decided to move out. So yeah, it definitely needed a deep cleaning, and we only got the first 3 rooms done, like the kitchen, the living room, and then the office. So we still have to do the back hallways and our rooms, and then I'm gonna give a full apartment tour. But until then, we have our stuff situated in the living room with our bed and a projector, and we've just been chilling in there ever since. Christmas was yesterday, the 25th. We just spent time together. Like, we weren't able to get any Christmas decorations. We weren't able to buy our son any Christmas gifts. We weren't able to buy ourselves any Christmas gifts because this is our Christmas gift from God. And so we just been enjoying our time together, enjoying my partner's days off together. And so yeah, that's all we've been doing, is just like preparing our house and like showing that we're grateful for this blessing, because I think that's very important going into the new year. Just showing that I'm grateful that God gifted us, like, this was our Christmas gift. God gifted us this apartment, and we literally moved in a few days before Christmas, and previously, like, we didn't know where we were gonna go, and it just all happened so crazily. So I'm very grateful for that. So we're just spending time appreciating what we have right now. And of course, we've been building Pinterest boards and figuring out how we're gonna decorate everything. We are starting with the kitchen, so that will be coming soon. But we're getting all that stuff together. We don't want to rush into like buying a bunch of stuff. Like, we're trying to get stability first, because that is important, especially like starting over. Like, we have a fresh slate, a clean slate, and we just want to start over and make sure that we're sticking to budgets, creating schedules, and sticking to routines. I've been trying to figure out my routine in New York, because life is very different here compared to being in Houston. That we're finally in our place where we're going to settle down in for the time being, I can start figuring out a schedule. So I know for sure one thing I need to do is start waking up earlier before my son, because if you know, if you have a toddler, then you know, like, he is getting into that terrible twos. Like, it just started hitting out of nowhere. Like, he is terrible, y'all, like all over the place. So I definitely think I want to start waking up around 6 a.m. and building a routine just so I can start, drinking my tea, reading my Bible. I can start journaling. Before he gets up, I can prepare his breakfast, have that ready, have my breakfast ready. And then I know today is Friday, so the library in this area has story time every Friday, so we're going to go and do that today. And I want to make sure that I'm fitting little things like that in his schedule throughout the week, so that we're just not always cooped up in the house. Even though it is cold outside, we do stay close to a park, but I don't know if I'm going to do a park because it's so cold outside. So that might have to wait until summer. But yeah, I am figuring out our routine and schedule. I've been just working on that, trying to figure out, when to film, when to, create time for my son, create time for myself, just figuring all of that out so that when we start the new year, I can really hit the ground running. But as far as today and the rest of the day, I'm just going to be doing more cleaning, more organizing. We don't have that much, but the little things we do have, my son is running around throwing things everywhere. He did also get some Christmas gifts in the mail, so we're going to open those. What else? As far as my life update, I've also been trying to decide. So I do have like a little scheduled job interview on the 30th, but I'm just in between this stage where it's like, I think I may have to choose. I have to choose, do I want to work and have that type of career, or do I want to create content and go that way and be an entrepreneur? I've really been leaning more towards being an entrepreneur just because that is something that I feel like I can wake up every day and do and be happy. And right now we're in a place where I can actually finally do that because my boyfriend, he's working and he has a stable enough income for us so that I can finally try to just follow my dreams and do what I want to do. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know how I feel about this job interview. I'm probably gonna do it just to see what it is, but it'll have to be something very worth it for me to even think about taking it. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. Should I go the career route, or should I just take this time to try to build my platform and build my content? I'm torn in between the two. I don't know. So, and then with me being a stay-at-home mom, it'll be another change for us, which we've been going through changes since November, since we moved here, and I'm kind of tired of abruptly changing my routine. Like I said, I'm trying to build a routine and get some stability around here, especially since I have a kid. So, I don't know. This season for me feels full, but also quiet in a way. It's kind of the opportunity for me is there, and it's just waiting for me to apply all the lessons that I learned and just attack. So I don't know. I think that life is going to change for me very fast, and I'm just trying to make sure that I got a good hold on the reins before it just takes off, if you get what I'm saying. This season right now that I'm in is also teaching me to learn when to rest. The past few days, after we got done cleaning up and everything, we were exhausted. Our backs were hurting, our knees were hurting, and then the next day we were okay, should we do the other 2 rooms? And we were just no, let's actually rest and let's sit in what we have right now and appreciate it. It's teaching me how to rest when I need to rest. Everybody, we should be at a point right now where we know when we're overworking ourselves. Seriously, it's a bad habit, and it affects our health and it affects our mind states, and sometimes we really just need to rest. Feeling like you have to get up and do something every day is crazy. Even Jesus rested, so of course we need to do those things. The thing that I feel like this season of my life is teaching me is to be grateful for what I have. I realized in the past that I would get something and then I'd be like, okay, cool, now I'm ready and I'm thinking about the next thing that I want, instead of actually sitting in what I have and being grateful for what I have. So at this point in time, like, for example, me and my boyfriend, we were already like starting to look around the area and like, oh, I wonder how much those cost. I wonder how much those apartments cost. I wonder how much those are. But it's like, girl, focus on where we are now. Be grateful for what we have now. Why are you already trying to price other apartments? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm definitely trying to be grateful for what I have now. So definitely focusing on making this place a home. Like, we moved, ever since me and my boyfriend been together, we moved maybe like 3 times, I think. So, and each time, like, we never really settled in for real. So I'm trying to settle into this place, literally make it a home. I'm so serious about this. Like, I want to make it a home. I want to make it comfortable. I want to live somewhere for more than a year. Like, I'm tired of moving, and just being grateful that God gave us this place and not already like focus on that. I don't have to worry about, you know, moving into another place that's gonna come years from now, or like whenever it comes. I just really don't have to worry about that, because I just need to be focused on the now, and I need to be grateful for what I have now. Like, I don't have a job right now, and maybe I just need to be grateful for that, because I get to spend time with my son. I get to do all the things that I talked about that I wanted to do before I had a child. Like, I wanted to homeschool. I wanted to be able to spend time with my child, especially during the first year of his life, and I get those things. So I need to be grateful. And it's like, me and my boyfriend talk about traveling. We love traveling, and now that we have a steady income and he has a good job that allows us to get stays all over the world, like, we are actually about to be able to travel and go on more dates and things like that. Ever since having a child, like, we've been cutting back on a lot of those things, but like, God is literally giving us all the things that we have been praying about in the past year. So I just need to show gratitude and making sure that I'm just being grateful for what I have right now. So with that being said, just overall, not rushing the next steps. Like, I'm tired of rushing to the next steps. I need to go into things more organized. So like I said before, creating a routine and being organized, being grateful for what I have, and then just not rushing. Because when things start to pick up, I feel like you get more anxious and you start rushing. So I need to get in the habit of just sticking to what I'm on and not rushing to the next page, because that just causes confusion, anxiety, and all of that stuff that we are not trying to take into 2026. I have felt the presence of God in this season more than I expected. Like, it's crazy, and it just happened in such a, to me, it seems like a short amount of time, like, looking back, but in the moments it felt so long, and it felt so hard, especially when times were like confusing. We didn't know what was happening next. We didn't know how we were going to pay our bills next. And it's just like, during those times, like, I really stuck to my faith journey, and I really kept close with God, and like, the rewards are just makes you shiver. Like, it's crazy, like, the way I feel God in everything right now, and God is reminding me every single day to just focus on Him and know that He has a plan, and just letting it be that. Controlling what I can control, and everything else is simply in God's hands. So I just want to leave you guys with this. Just remember that it's okay to take some time to yourself and reflect, and not feel so eager and rushed to do the next thing. And it's okay to just be grateful for what you have now, and remind yourself that you came a long way. Like, this is crazy, like, especially just when you're in the process of starting over, remembering where you came from. It's like, starting over is basically like the best thing that could possibly happen to us right now. So we just need to remember that and keep that with us. We don't need to have everything figured out. This season is a blessing, and we need to remember that. Like, the starting over season is a blessing because you get to learn yourself again. You get to figure out life with a clean slate, a clean eye, and it should be fun. It's gonna be fun, guys. Like, we don't need to be stressing at all about this because we're not starting over from nothing. Like, we're starting over from lessons learned in the past. That's the key point right there. Sometimes it's exactly what God needs you to walk through to get you to where you need to be. If you are in a season of starting over, just know you are not alone. I want to thank you all for being here. This is Everyday Girl, and I will see you in the next chapter. Bye.